Hi everyone, my name is Deborah Osoha and I'll be doing a presentation for my online class, Speech, Introduction to Speech Communication 1311. And my topic would be on kleptomania. So kleptomania is also called the stealing disorder. It's an impulsive compulsive disorder in which people take things that are not of value, or they have like this behavior in which they want to take things that don't belong to them, and most times they don't have they're not like really important. If I have kleptomania, I can just see like a pencil and there will be this thing telling me, go take this pencil, you should go take this pencil. Meanwhile, I don't really need it. I probably have a pencil or something, but I just feel like I should take that pencil. So kleptomania is a kind of impulsive control disorder, like I said, which causes people to exhibit problems with impulse control. People who have kleptomania, they have impulse control, like I said. They act on impulse when they see things, like when they want to take things, they just want to take it. So people who have kleptomania are called kleptomaniacs or kleptos. So I have definitions here. I have numerous definitions. So it is the inability to refrain from the urge for stealing items, and is usually done for reasons other than personal use or financial gain. Kleptomania is classified in psychiatry as an impulse control disorder. Some of the main characteristics of the disorder suggest that kleptomania could be an obsessive compulsive spectrum disorder. It is recurrent. It's a recurrent urge to steal, typically without regard for need or profit, like I said. It is also an umbrella term for any disorder which results in the inability to resist actions that may cause harms to themselves, or this is supposed to be harm. I'm sorry. Harm to themselves or others. And statistics has it that people that have kleptomania are quite scarce. So, but it's common in women. So like kleptomania is common in women. So the typical individual kleptomania is a 35-year-old woman who began to steal when she was 20 years old. Like you can find, I've seen cases of kids like 5. I mean, it's normal for like kids while growing up. It's kind of normal to like want to take things that don't belong to them. If a kid does that, it's understandable. But like when it's continuous and like when you always want to do it, like if a baby takes something, you're like, oh, it's a baby. But when it gets to like 6, 7, and he or she keeps taking things that don't belong to he or she, it becomes a problem. So it says the prevalence of kleptomania in the U.S. general population is unknown, but has been estimated at 6 per 1,000 people, which translates into 1.2 million of the 200 American adults. Kleptomania is thought to account for 5% of shoplifting. So out of the shoplifters that have been caught in America, kleptomaniacs are like 5% of those people. Based on total shoplifting cost of $10 billion in 2002, this 5% translates into a $500 million annual loss to the economy attributable to kleptomania. Kleptomania generally has its onset in late adolescence or early adulthood and appears to be more common among women, like I said. Lifetime psychiatric comorbidity is frequent, mainly with impulsive control. And people who have kleptomania are likely to have other personality disorders, like what personality disorders do you guys know? What personality disorder do you know? Depression, exactly. Because when you have kleptomania and like you would always think of, you'd be like, why am I doing this? You don't know, you don't have any reason for doing it. So the criteria for diagnosing someone that has kleptomania, like for someone to have a personality disorder, you have to have like at least 3 or 4 of the criteria for it to become a disorder. So on the DSM-4, which is a thing in the psychology world where you people, the thing where for a disorder, like I said, for a disorder to be considered a disorder, it has to have like 3 or 4 of at least those characteristics. So the criteria for diagnosing kleptomania is pleasure, when the person has pleasure, gratification, or relief at the time of committing the theft. Increasing sense of tension immediately before like committing, like I said, you just want to like, I should take this. I should definitely take this. I should take this pencil. Meanwhile, you have a pencil. Recurrent failure to resist impulses to steal objects that are not needed for personal use or their monetary value. The stealing is not committed to express anger or vengeance and is not in response to a delusion or hallucination. Like I said, it's just like you just see the book and be like, I should take the book. I should probably take the book, you know? So the stealing is not better accounted for by conduct disorder, a manic episode, or antisocial personality disorder. So the signs and symptoms here, you can see a lady. I don't know what that. I think, is that a bottle of beer or something? Yeah,
Wine.
That's a bottle of wine. Like, how much does wine cost though? I don't know. But that's a lady taking a bottle of wine from the store. So signs of kleptomania are often misdiagnosed as common theft. Like I had this friend in high school, and I had this group of friends, and she would steal from all of her friends, and she would also steal from people that weren't her friends. And would always ask her, why would you want to do this? Why would you take something that is not yours? She was like, I really don't know why I like take these things. Like she and the thing is, she's from a rich home. She has everything she needs, and she just goes on to take like minor things like pencil or someone's book or someone's bag. It doesn't even make sense. So signs and symptoms of kleptomania are powerful urges to steal items, not needed, thoughts of intrusion, unable to resist the compulsion to steal, release of pressure following the theft, stress, and remorse. And the causes of kleptomania, excuse me, I'm sorry. So the causes of kleptomania, really, there are actually no known causes for kleptomania. Like in the 19th and 20th century, they thought it was like a reproductive issue in women, since it was more in women. But like there is no known cause of kleptomania. So it is currently unknown as to why someone develops kleptomania. Some scientists believe that kleptomania is part of an alcohol or substance addiction. Something like that. Others consider it to be a deviation of an impulsive compulsive disorder, like when you have an eating disorder, you are likely to, in psychology, if you have 1 or 2 disorders, if you have one disorder, you are likely to have as many as you can have. You are likely to have so many other disorders. So it's a deviation of an impulsive control disorder like eating disorders, obsessive compulsive, OCD. In the majority of cases, it is rare for a man or woman to struggle only with kleptomania. Like I said, you have to have 2 or more personality disorders. It is often co-occurring with other psychiatric disorders. Kleptomania occurs in fewer than 5% of identified shoplifters. Kleptomania is more common in females than in males, like I said. The average age is about 35, although some individuals report the onset of kleptomania as early as 5. If a 5-year-old should, like I gave that example, if a 5-year-old should take something, I mean, when you get to the age from 1 to 4, you're able to like know what stealing is and knowing what is bad, knowing what is, you're able to choose between what is good and bad. At 5, if a child starts taking things frequently, then that's a problem. So the effects of kleptomania, of course, when you have kleptomania, you would always, like my friend, like the friend I had in high school, she would always feel bad. And when people got to know she stole things from other people, they didn't want to be friends with her and stuff. And she would always she'd always be sad. So the effects of kleptomania is being ostracized from loved ones and the public in general. Guilt and remorse. She feels bad. She doesn't want to take those things, but she just has that impulsion to want to take those things. Shame, definitely. Substance abuse could be developed when you have kleptomania. You would just want to take any like marijuana or alcohol just to like forget, to make you forget. And definitely once you keep doing that, you're going to develop substance abuse. So incarceration, you can get in trouble for shoplifting things. Criminal record, of course. Continuous struggle with regular mood swings. So there is actually no known treatment for kleptomania, but psychotherapy could help. It could help it could help control it, but like there is no known cure for kleptomania. So the person suffering from kleptomania disorder has to deal with strong feelings of guilt, shame, and remorse. There are feelings that must continually be dealt with if the disorder goes untreated. There is no cure for kleptomania. The best way to manage kleptomania is a combination of pharmaceutical and behavioral treatments. Professional support is available from kleptomania treatment centers and licensed therapists. Loved ones could also help out. Selective serotonin, and serotonin is used as I think it's a kind of mood booster, antidepressant or something they use on patients with health with disorders. So serotonin, selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor, which eases symptoms of depressed mood and anxiety, could also be used since kleptomania tend to steal when tensed up, anxious, or nervous. So, fun facts about kleptomania. Kleptomania is a mental disorder in which a person experiences strong impulsive or urges to steal things or shoplift without thinking of the consequences. Kleptomania was considered to be a hysteria. The hysteria was that in 19th and 20th century, the men thought, because it was common in women, and they were like, why would this just be common in women? They thought it was a reproductive issue, like I said. And pyromania and kleptomania often coexist. Like I said, when you have kleptomania, you're likely to have as many as personality disorders. You can have so many personality disorders. So pyromania is the urge. People who have pyromania have the urge to destroy and burn things. So if you have kleptomania, you're likely to also have pyromania. And another fun fact is, according to a research study, kleptomania is seen in females, like I said, in 19th and 20th century. One of the main symptoms of kleptomania is suffering from extreme anxiety and tension. most kleptomaniacs often come from rich backgrounds. That my friend in high school, like her parents were really rich. She had practically everything she wanted. She had everything she needed, but she would always come to class and take things that didn't even, like, if you would think about it, doesn't even make sense. So in conclusion, even though kleptomania is really bad, it's still, people could just be like, they just steal or something, or like it's still a mental disorder. And like in the society, people don't really know much about it. Like if you have kleptomania, they could just be like, she's just greedy or something. Because I thought my friend in high school, I just thought she was greedy because she had rich parents and she had practically everything she needed, and she would still go on to take things that weren't of any value to her. So I was like, they're just greedy, but it's kleptomania, and it's a mental disorder, and it's impulsive. She can't control it. She just does it. So the best way to take care of this disorder could be the use of pharmaceutical treatments, especially for kleptomania, and behavioral treatments as well. Seeing a therapist could also help. And my references were from online, and so I had from Boldly Limited Living. Like it was I think they post weekly or something, and on my website. Info Curiosity. I got this from Info Curiosity. http infocuriosity.com/6 interesting facts about kleptomania. http www.boldski.com health wellness 2016 interesting facts about kleptomania. http www.minddisorders.com/KAUNU kleptomania.html encyclopedia of mental disorders. I'm sorry. So I have the okay. Yeah, that's it. Thank you all for participating in my speech, for sitting down and listening to all I have to say. Thank you. All right.